Hi, I'm George Lang.
And I'm Heather Warlick.
And this is Weekend Look, your guide to entertainment news in Oklahoma City and the world. The first top 12 finalist on American Idol fell by the wayside this week. David Hernandez, a former stripper from Glendale, Arizona, got the boot on Wednesday. Now, whether or not it had anything to do with the fact that his past made headlines last week, well, nobody knows, but it probably didn't help. But one player is still holding tight in the finalist wave of the show, and that's David Cook from Tulsa, who gave a great performance of Eleanor Rigby during the Beatles-themed competition that had all three judges reassessing Cook. So congratulations, David, and when you're done with this thing, come by and talk to us.
Well, George, you and I have both been hit by the flu and cold bugs this winter, and it looks like we're in good company. Janet Jackson is sick with the flu, so sick, in fact, that she had to cancel her appearance on this week's SNL. So to fill in for Jackson, look for pop diva Mariah Carey and her signature brand of singing so high only dogs and babies can hear her. This will be Carey's first appearance on Saturday Night Live in more than 10 years.
Right, and they're both on the same record label, and Mariah's got a new disc to promote, so everybody's happy except Miss Jackson. Now, in more music news, this Monday, the South by Southwest Film Festival announces the winner of its 24 beats per second competition, which is the competition of musicals and music-related films, and one of the contenders is Rainbow Around the Sun, starring Matthew Alvin Brown of the local Oklahoma City rock band, the Fellowship Students, and directed by Oklahoma City's Kevin Ely and Bo Leland. The film has received positive online reviews following its premiere, and we at Weekend Look will let you know how Rainbow Around the Sun does at South by Southwest.
Okay. Well, George, you remember the good girl of Gilligan's Island, Mary Ann, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, Mary Ann apparently has been hitting the Mary Jane and was busted for having marijuana in her car. The 69-year-old actress pleaded guilty February 29th to one count of reckless driving and was sentenced to 6 months unsupervised probation, 5 days in jail, and a fine of $410. And as you know, George, even though she's only going to be in the pokey for 5 days, she probably packed for 3 months.
Yeah, and that's a little more than a 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
Of course, now Gilligan's Island is out on DVD, but there's much better things coming out this week. As you know, Heather, ratings for the Oscar ceremony were down this year, and one of the big theories about the loss of viewers is that many people simply didn't get to see the movies that were nominated for Best Picture this year. But this week, No Country for Old Men, the winner of this year's Best Picture award, is out on DVD, so those who never got to see this amazing film now have the opportunity to check it out. And you get to rewind the dog chase scene in the privacy of your own home, so that's definitely worth it. Now, other releases include Dan in Real Life, starring Steve Carell, Jerry Seinfeld's Bee Movie, for those needing a family-friendly animated film that isn't quite as good as A Bug's Life, as well as another family film, Nancy Drew, starring Julia Roberts' niece, Emma Roberts.
Now, one of the things that still gets people into theaters instead of waiting for DVDs is new technology. 4 major Hollywood studios announced Tuesday a deal to prepare for a surge in 3D movies next year by subsidizing the conversion of 10,000 theaters to digital projection systems. The announcement was made at Show West, the annual trade show that brings together theater owners and movie distributors. But critics of the deal have pointed out that the theaters that are on the receiving end of these big conversion plans have yet to agree to it. 3D movies have typically been box office bonanzas, even with their limited release capacity. For example, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus' Best of Both Worlds concert generated $31 million. Wow. Its opening weekend on only 683 screens, only about 1/5 as many as the typical wide release.
That's right, and both Hannah Montana and U2 have done well with their 3D concert films this year, so that's good news. As for live music, Oklahoma City is a little light on big names this weekend, but Opolis and Norman has 3 emerging bands playing this week that are all worth checking out. Matt Pond PA brings its newly acquired Britpop sound to the venue on Friday. Music blog favorite Blitz and Trapper hits the stage on Sunday, and the neo-psychedelic critical fave Black Mountain takes the stage on Wednesday. Meanwhile, this weekend, 2 legendary punk bands play the Conservatory in Oklahoma City. The Meat Men, featuring punk legend Tesco V, plays Saturday night, and on Sunday, see the groundbreaking British female punk band The Slits, also at the Conservatory. And for more information on live music, check out wimgo.com.
Well, that's all we have for this week. For more about movies, music, and everything else that's entertaining, check out the Weekend Look section of the Oklahoman, the A&E section of newsok.com, and the latest issue of Look at OKC. For Weekend Look, I'm Heather Warlick.
And I'm George Lang.
See you next time.